Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for another Showcase Series episode here in the workshop. Now in the Showcase Series I let the figure do most of the talking. I will make some high points here and there, and then we will have a score at the end of the video. This time we have the Mark V Iron Man reissue from Hot Toys. First impressions are this guy is a really stellar piece. The paint apps, the articulation have really been thought through with this particular piece. This one has been out for quite some time already, but he's finally made it into my collection. I did put the batteries in this guy, even though, as we know, Hot Toys batteries aren't that great. But looking at him all lit up and in this pose, he's very imposing. And even from here, you can see some of the detail work in the armor pieces themselves that chips away from the paint that make this Iron Man figure, and most Iron Man figures, just a little more work of art. Here I do have some of the battle damage pieces on him already that you will see a little bit closer or later on in the video. Some, but not all of these Iron Mans come with a lot of battle damage pieces with them, but adding them to the Mark V seems to be a very nice touch, considering the battle that we saw him go through with Whiplash. As you can see, I really like this pose. He's been in it for a little while now. But I think it's one that I find I put most of the Iron Mans in because it's like an iconic pose. The repulsor in the hand facing forward in that wide stance. It just rings true to Iron Man, at least from the films for me. So here we are with the lights on again and the non-battle damaged arm on instead. I love that with the dark background, you see a deeper, rich red, and it looks really good with this darker background. Just makes him pop a little bit more. I like fight poses for Iron Man figures as well, and this is one that I could get him in that I was comfortable with. I had to use a different type of crouch grabber clasp for the dynamic flight stand. I don't really think this is something we see him in at all, but seeing him in the flight pose looks really cool. And this here is how I have it positioned in order to rest him on it, and it's not really grabbing anything. This is the different battery compartments. One in each arm, like this one. There's the one for the back. You just pop off the front piece, the panel piece. And then the one for the head. Again, most Iron Mans come like this already. I have yet to get a USB version, so... And a quick look at the Battle Damage head sculpt, which was a really good sculpt of RDJ. I don't typically use the head sculpts, but this is a good one that I could put on a different body or a different suit altogether. Like if I were to grab like a racetrack suit, I'd probably put that on there instead. But a really good sculpt all the way around. And this is what he comes with. Here's the briefcase. You got all sets of hands. Yeah, sorry for that quick zoom in there, but just a quick look at all the accessories that he comes with. There's the base with the shiny nameplate, Mark V. And the briefcase is pretty cool. And then the battle damage pieces. Here's the one for the chest plate. It's interchangeable. I see I don't have that pushed down. And then the arm has the damage on the forearm. And this I wanted to show you guys all the panels that open. These are the ones for the ankles and the calves. A lot more panels open than I thought there would be, but they look really cool when they're all open. Almost like another suit up version. If you wanted to do it that way, it looks like you could manipulate them in a way to make it look like he's suiting up. So I thought that was a nice piece to show. The ones on the back, there's like 4 flaps on here. I did a lot of searching for ones that opened. But there's 2 chest plate pieces, or 3 on each side here, that conform or move to how the body moves. And then these plates here move for the forearms. I thought that was a really nice touch. And then the bottom plates here and here on both sides, they move open. Like I said, again, if you wanted to manipulate it to look like it was the suit-up version, you probably could. And of course, you can't have an Iron Man without trying a landing pose. This suit wasn't made for this pose, but he kind of got there. Not the best one I've gotten out of the Iron Man figures that I've received, but it's pretty close. The head could be probably tilted up a little bit more, but that's as far as it goes. I could probably, if I were to tweak the back anymore, the arm would come up and he'd be wobbly all over the place. But I think this was probably the best positioning I could get him in for the landing pose. But it still looks good. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst landing pose I've done. And of course, here he is with Whiplash from the racetrack scene, which I feel like was a must to have him posing with. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? But yes, quite the companion piece for either figure. And again, an awesome addition to the Iron Man collection. This is the Mark V. I did have trouble finding anything really terribly wrong with this figure. I didn't see a whole lot that would really bump down a score too terribly much. The power pose thing, that's its own thing. Not all Iron Mans can get that landing pose, excuse me. But he's such a really good figure. And a fine welcome addition to the collection. Now again, I'm working on getting at least one of every Mark suit as I can, when I can, if I can. But to finally score this guy, he's definitely a 9.3. In closing, if you're a fellow Iron Man collector, this guy's an awesome piece to have. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this guy. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Catch Collector's Figures live on Mondays. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, always be kind, and we'll catch you on the next.